So I'm guessing that most of you have heard this personality test in which you're either something like INTP, ENFJ, or LGBTQ. Well, you see the I and E in front of those first two acronyms. Yeah, those stand for introverted and extroverted. Now, let's start off with the introverts, who are defined to be as people who are more comfortable focusing on their inner thoughts, or as I like to define it, being like J. Cole, a little bitch. Now sometimes you can't really tell if someone is introverted just by the way that they're acting, and you'll mostly see this behavior when someone is alone. If you can magically peer through the walls of your friend's house and observe what they're doing, you might spot them trying to act like they're the main character of a movie. But if you peer a little closer, you're going to start seeing a few signs. Now first of all, these guys don't text that often or initiate conversations, i.e. less confident communication. Now you might think to yourself, oh, I get it. All the girls I'm talking to are just introverts. They're so interested, in fact, that they've been reading my message for 83 days. And while you think introversion only disproportionately affects the male population, you'd be completely right. In Fiengold's 1994 meta-analyses, the study showed that women on average had higher levels of extroversion, trust, and nurturance than men. Now imagine it's a Friday night and everyone else is partying and having fun. Now if we go back and magically peer through your friend's house again, we can see that he's still there. The preference of being alone or independent is another very common trait of introverts, preferably with a side of Juice WRLD. Now, a stereotype of an introvert is that they play video games, and while my editor takes great offense to the statement, correlation does not imply causation. You might think that just because someone is playing video games, that they're introverted, but being introverted doesn't mean that you like playing video games. I think I'm onto absolutely nothing with this statement, so let's move on to the other side, extroverts. Now, let's say you were transported into someone else's body. Now, instead of being an introverted comp-sci student, you're now a white girl who listens to Taylor Swift as if it was fucking prescribed by her doctor. Now, you wake up every day, open your 10 trillion snap score, go to class with your 6 friends, and talk loudly about how shit your ex was. You are now an extrovert. Now, an extrovert is someone who has the personality of an introvert after 10 drinks. Now, these people actually go out of their way to chit-chat, make friends, party, and attend all sorts of social events. Now, one of the most common traits to identify if someone is extroverted is how many beers they can drink. Now, obviously, if we think about a metric like this, my dad would be the most extroverted person in the world. If they can drink 1 to 2 beers, they're most likely not that used to partying, and therefore probably an introvert. Now, the 3 to 6 beer range is where most people fall in, but past this range, this is what I like to call the abyss zone, where not even light can penetrate. Now, past 6 drinks, you can find people so extroverted that they're basically crazy, sobbing girls crying over their ex-boyfriend, and my dad. Now, another very common trait for extroverts is drawing energy from the people around them. Now, the more people there are, the more excited they get. Like P. Diddy in a middle school, they draw so much energy and get so fucking giddy to the point where they basically implode, which is why you never want to be a people's person. Now, if you think to yourself, I kind of like going out, but I kind of also like my alone time. Well, congratulations, you're fucking you're an ambivert. Now, an ambivert is someone who has the traits of both an introvert and extrovert. Sometimes you're feeling like a little baby and want to curl up and die, and other times you want to be a German at Oktoberfest. Now, me personally, I think I fall into this ambivert category, but I'm not so sure. Now, according to Healthline, there are 5 main signs of being an ambivert. Now, the first thing they talk about is being a good communicator or a listener, and I fall into this category, for sure. When there's money in my ears, that mean I hear the money. When there's money in my mouth, that mean I talk to the money.
Money on my watch, time is money. Money on my phone, I talk to the money.
Now, next they say I have the ability to regulate behavior, and this one is not so certain, because I usually crash out at least 8 times a day in the all-gender bathroom. Now, I actually really do value my alone time, as this is the only time where y'all will shut the fuck up. Now, empathy is actually a very important trait to me, as I care very deeply about
me not giving no fuck.
Now, lastly, Healthline says keep a good balance, which means I think they're judging my weight, so I'm gonna go complain on Reddit now. Now, whether you're an extrovert, introvert, or ambivert, you watch this channel, so at least you're not stupid enough to read those moon signs or whatever, some shit, where they predict you're an outgoing person due to Jupiter inhaling Saturn on a Tuesday evening. 10K, let's go! Ah!